Hello everyone, I'm Stu Unwin. It's currently Sunday the 3rd of July 2016 and welcome to week 25 of my weight loss journey. Last week we all saw that I had a weight gain, unfortunately, where I went up 0.9 kilogram, which is thereabouts 2 pounds in weight, and my body mass index went from 64.5 up to 64.7. I'm continuing to count my calories. You can see my calorie intake over the week in the graph above. As you can see from this graph, there's only one day where I went over my daily allowance of 3,010 calories, and that was Saturday. As I've mentioned to you before, I do like to give myself a bit of a treat on a Saturday. This makes my average for the whole week stand at 2,614 calories. So I'm still below my weekly average allowance. Because it is week 25, and as you know, every 5 weeks I do retake my body measurements just to see if I've lost any centimetres or inches around my waist, etc. So these are my new body measurements. There's only 3 out of the 14 body measurements which I take where I've seen a reduction in size. This is my right upper arm, my right thigh and my chest. What about this week's step count? Well, I've not been that active, if I'm being perfectly honest, which will be reflected in the graph above. This week my average is 1,580 steps, which is down from the previous week, which stood at 2,167. Okay, so it's that time of the week where we see if I've managed to lose any weight. Hopefully it's going to be a better result than last week. Fingers crossed. Here's my weighing. I now weigh 217.3 kilograms. This is the equivalent of 479.1 pounds or 34 stone 3.1 pounds. This means I've lost 4.2 kilograms or 9.2 pounds, which is a fantastic result, brilliant result. If we now look towards my body mass index, we know last week it was at 64.7, and based on this week's large loss, it goes down to 63.5. And if we look to see where I'm at regards to my first weight loss target, I'm 88.7% complete. That means I've lost 62.1 pounds, which is the equivalent of 28.2 kilograms or 4 stone 6.1 pounds. Starting from today, over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be doing something slightly different. I'm going to be weighing myself on a daily basis to see how my body reacts to the calorie intake and the amount of exercise that I'm doing, and see how that plays an effect on my weight. I want to try and see if there's a pattern, but weighing myself daily, I've never done it before because it can be disheartening if things don't go your way. That's why normally I like to keep it to just one weigh-in per week. But I'm interested, my curiosity has been spiked, so for the next 2 weeks I'm going to be doing it on a daily basis. But there'll still only be one video, and I'll show you all the weekly, daily results in my next video. There's only one thing that's concerning me, is I've looked through the history of what I've lost over the last 25 weeks, and whenever I've had a week where I've had an unexpected large weight loss, nearly always the following week I've gained weight. So that's the only thing that's on my mind at the moment, is I'm a bit conscious that next week's result is going to be a gain based on the trend I've seen over the last 25 weeks when I've seen a big weight loss. So we'll see how it's going to go, and that makes the daily weigh-ins just a little bit more interesting. So that's it, guys. That's the end of this week's video. As always, if you would like to continue hopefully seeing less of me, why don't you subscribe to my channel so you don't get to miss out on any future videos that I post. I wish you all a fantastic week, and I'll see you all again next Sunday.